Yo, malinaw ba ako?
Oh,
Oh,
bro.
oh,
Oh, bro.
oh,
Okay, guys. Happy New Year. Currently, it is Jan
Happy New Year!
17,
Happy New Year!
2023. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Um, Jan 17,
Pio,
20,
lapit mo, Pio.
Jan 17,
Ah,
10:19 p.m. currently. It's gonna be the first episode of Intangibles Podcast in 2023.
yes.
Um,
Palakpakan. Yes.
we survived another year.
Ano ba yan?
Um, we survived.
Indeed.
Um,
Indeed, indubitably.
let's ask. No, but first, we have a lot to talk about. Uy, panis.
Sige, ano yun?
We have a lot to talk about, but first, I'm Pio.
Matt.
Sams,
I'm Laij.
nabago ah.
Ah,
Oh, uh, na,
welcome.
nag 1 year off lang tayo. Panis lang, wala nang nangyari. Anyway,
Trust.
so, um, our last episode was filmed way before Christmas, but it was posted on Christmas. So, hindi na namin napag-usapan to, and since relevant kasi this Saturday yung bonfire para sa amin. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But Ateneo reclaims the UAAP Men's Basketball Championship after actually a few months lang eh. A few months difference in season 84 and season 85.
Mhm.
So, what did you guys think about the series? Kasi personally, I think it was on the episode, sinabi ko, if whoever wins game 1 will win the series.
Problema,
I was
nagkamali ka eh.
I was wrong. I
Parehas
was
kami ni Pio.
wrong.
Ano, parehas kayo
Kami ni
nagkamali.
Laij, we
Parehas
were
kami ni
both
Pio.
wrong.
Sabi ko rin,
We were,
whoever,
oh,
basta ako silang manalo sa game 1.
Asan na?
yes,
Okay,
yun
guys,
nga.
sorry. Nagka-technical difficulties kami. No? We apologize if medyo may sira yung audio ni Lige. May ano
In
kasi,
short,
bago kasi device ni Lige. No?
si sa Laij talagang umangat yung within
umangat,
2 weeks of the new year.
umangat buhay ni Lige.
Umangat
Ayop.
buhay ni Laij. Bagong cellphone, bagong iPad, everything. Pero
Eh,
yun nga, nagkamali kami ni Laij sa prediction kasi sinabi namin whoever wins game 1 will win the championship.
mhm.
But, ayun, sige Matt, go.
Hindi, ako kasi, to be honest, I had my doubts. Sobrang underdog ng Ateneo. For the first time, no? Like,
Against UP in
yeah,
a finals matchup.
in a long time, first time in a long time na nagmukhang underdogs ang Ateneo sa finals matchup. And wala, I can't, kung underdogs naman talaga, nung gusto mo maniwala na mananalo sila, pero at the time talaga ang hirap eh. Ang hirap mo
Yeah.
paniwala. Kaya lang, again, shout out to Mikey Reyes. Alam mo, sana mag-guest natin si Tito Mikey dito.
Tito Mikey.
Sana mag-guest natin si Pero anyway, sabi nga niya, na UP peaked at the wrong time and Ateneo peaked at the perfect time.
Yeah.
Parang nagkaroon ng Ateneo ng momentum sa tamang oras samantalang yung UP nagtalo bigla nung pahuli. And siguro that helps na rin na ganun yung momentum ng Ateneo papasok. And I didn't realize it at the time. But if you have Coach Tab, man, really, for real, hindi aabot. No offense, pero feeling ko hindi talaga aabot yung team na yun to where they are now without the help of Coach Tab's system.
I agree.
I feel like that's the real key right there. Pero at the same time, you have to give props to players you don't expect to shine very much. Gab Gomez, Sean Kiteves, those kinds of guys. I feel like they also peaked at the right time of the season, and we're gonna have them back next season. So let's see where that takes us. But for now, one big fight. One big fight.
What about you, Subs?
Same as him, pero ano lang. Gusto ko lang din sa underdog mentality. For example, nung finals, yun talaga. Sean Kiteves, should have won the Intangibles MVP. Kasi lahat ng ginawa niya, intangibles. Like, the job that he did on disrupting the defense, especially sa ball handler. Grabe, kitang-kita mo kahit sa TV, kitang-kita mo ang linaw na no disrespect to JD Kagulangan, nasira yung laro ni Kagulangan.
No disrespect kasi idol ka namin, JD, pero
Yes, idol
iba.
ka namin. So yun, parang yung underdog mentality talaga kitang-kita mo kung paano in-embody like players like Sean Ketevis na yung story pala niya is nakat siya from Team B, tapos biglang champion, tapos ngayon co-captain na next season. So I'm looking forward to next season. Pero with the new coaches and players coming in, parang greater challenge.
Yeah.
Siguro
All
siguro to add na rin, less pressure din siguro sa kanila na kita sila as underdogs compared to the ones expected to win.
Right.
I feel like they just went out there to perform. Parang di nila naiisip yung tinitignan sila ng tao na ay matik panalo yan or something. Parang I think that was to their advantage, and I feel like that was UP's disadvantage din na for the first time yung situation nila sila yung expected to win. I feel like
Wow, for
that
the
was
first time.
no sa finals against them, against Ateneo.
Kala ko,
'Di ba? Parang kasi last year hindi naman 'di ba? Last year talagang kung yung team Ateneo ba naman walang talo, biglang natalo sa finals. Hindi mo talaga expect yung UP manalo. Pero now I feel like since first time din nila ma-experience yun, I feel like it got to them. I may be wrong, pero it's a pressure kind of thing. It takes into account somehow.
What about you, Laij? Pareho
Well,
tayong
since
mali.
nasabi na lahat, I just wanna parang bring up yung parang siguro a crucial factor sa timeline ng finals na yun. Which is yung injury ni, what do you call this?
Lucero.
Leuterio. And just as Pio mentioned nga, parehas kaming prediction ni Pio na whoever wins whoever wins game 1, mananalo ng finals. And nung nanalo yung UP yung game 1, I really expected UP to win game 2 na rin. I really expected them to sweep Ateneo. So nung game 2, di na ako nanood nun eh. Pero I was out. I was out nun nung game 2. When game 2 happened. Tapos nung umuwi ako, binalitaan lang sa akin ng mga kaibigan ko na Ateneo won. And during that time, parang I had mixed feelings na on who's gonna win that finals. Tapos later on, may isa pang update sa akin na Lucero was down pala nung second game. Tapos that's when I realized na Ateneo had the upper hand sa finals na. So, for me, it was a bit of a plot twist para sa akin yung nangyari kay Zav Lucero. Pero honestly, yun nga, just like you said, underdogs yung Ateneo nun. Pero sa totoo lang, walang parang feasible talagang mag-champion yung Ateneo nung finals na yun. And eventually yun nga, yun yung nangyari, nanalo sila. And like I said, it's big factor yun yung nawala si Zav Lucero sa UP.
Hope you're doing well
Ano ba?
pala on your recovery.
To end. Well, sabihin ko na experience ko kasi ako, blessed ako na napanood ko lahat ng 3 games live.
Yeah, man.
Shout out dun sa
Yeah.
mga nag-provide ng tickets para sa akin. Anyway, so parang nung first 2 games, the usual, Ateneo crowd really wasn't into it. As in, like, it was the usual. Kasi, let's not be about it. The UP crowd is probably the best crowd in Ateneo, in UAP basketball today. Like, I personally, I'm not talking about the fans, the crowd, talagang ibang klase. Yung buong Gen Ad sa kanila halos, except yung part kung nasan yung bubble, except nung game 3 na talagang equal, I think it was equal. Grabe talaga sila mag-cheers. And kapag narinig mo na kapag nag-run sila, whether down or tinatambakan nila yung isang team, kapag nag-cheer na sila sa timeout ng matatapang, matatalino,
Wow,
tapos
memorize.
straight into, sobrang nakaka-intimidate siya. Pero nung game 3 pre, so the crowd was on it, as in, ibang klase yung vibe. Talagang lahat ng tira, chini-cheer, lahat ng get that ball.
Yeah, we were talking
Si
about
Ange
that.
Mohamed,
We were chatting mid-game, di ba? Parang
Oh,
iba yung vibe.
like, lahat ng get that ball, si Ange Kouame, sinisiran nila ng MVP. As in, Game 3, sobrang on nung crowd. So, it was just, But to talk about the game, I agree. I think, kasi personally, when I watched Save Lucero go down in Game 2, sabi ko, oh, fuck. Tas tuhod pa. Tas the way he fell, I knew that it had something to do with the ACL or the MCL. Shout out kay Coach Gab. Sports science. Like, shout out. Hindi, tapos na-confirm nga na ito sa torn ACL. Ang unang pumasok agad sa isip ko, fuck, ayoko ng ganun. Kasi personally, yung ayoko yung kapag nanalo yung team ko sa championship,
May excuse.
ayoko nung may nagsasabi na, oh, may excuse. Like, lalo na sa injury, sobrang nakakabanas pakinggan yung what if naglaro si Save, what if, ayoko talaga, like, gusto ko fully healthy. If it's gonna come down to the game, come down to officiating or offense, defense, na babanas talaga ako dun sa Kaya nag-tweet ako nun na gusto ko talaga pag Ateneo faces UP in Game 3, naglalaro si Save para walang question mark, walang tanong, nag-champion. Pero wala. Champion pa rin yung Ateneo. Kuwame, wow. Wow.
Kuwame, bro. He played like he's supposed
Deserve
to.
niya yung finals MVP.
Mhm.
Deserve niya in my opinion. As an Atenean and as a big Blue Eagles fan, hindi ako nag-a-align dun sa dapat siya yung nag-MVP regular season kasi maganda talaga yung pinakita ni Malik.
Wow,
He just Ange really just outplayed Malik in the finals. Yun. And speaking of UP,
wow.
and may sasabihin ba kayo?
Hindi, wala na. Sige na.
And speaking of UP and the finals, there have been two major college decisions in the span of, I think, a few weeks lang ata yung difference nila in their decision. So, first, Jerome Lastimosa won. Chose to stay in Adamson for his last playing year. And Carl Tamayo chose to forego his 3 playing years in UP. Ay, seasons pala. Seasons to play in the B-League, right? B-League.
B-League, yeah. The
Sa
B-League.
B-League.
KBL.
In
Ano
what is
KBL?
Ha?
Si Dave.
KBL si
Ano
si Dave.
Si Dave
At
ba
saka si
KBL?
Baltasar, at saka si Balti. Oh, KBL. In what is now, I believe, the biggest contract any Filipino has gotten. Well,
Best talent.
reportedly. Siyempre, hindi pa na-disclose yung full amount to anyone. But it's reportedly the biggest contract in Philippine basketball history player received. So, sige Laij, I'll start off with you this time. What do you think about both decisions as individual players? Kay Jerome, kay... Yeah.
Lagi time and time again, we keep on discussing this, yung players opting out of their college seasons just so they could play. And if it's for the contract, that's a valid reason enough para sa akin. Shout out sa napakagandang gibbon na yan. Pero ayun nga, like I said, if you got that bag, go for it. Kasi at the end of the day, I mean, Carl Tamayo naman, I'm pretty sure yun talaga yung career na pinupursue niya, being a professional basketball player.
Yeah.
And how better could it be than playing overseas, di ba?
Yep.
So ayun nga, and just like you said na reportedly the biggest contract in B-League, for a Filipino player, di ba?
I think so.
And for a guy that age, halos kasing age lang natin, that's a milestone for him. So for me, I would take that opportunity rin to forgo that even may 3 years ka pa sa UP. For Jerome Lastimosa naman, at gonna lie though, Actually, siya yung favorite player ko sa UAP last season. Pero as far as I'm concerned, he was offered, di ba?
May
By the
offers
team.
daw.
Yeah.
May offers. Hindi niya sinabi kung anong role,
Basta may
pero
offer siya.
may offer siya to play overseas.
Yun lang yung medyo questionable sa akin. Kasi if kung kasing galing ko kasi si Jerome Lastimosa tapos may offer, I'd rather go
Magaling ka pa
overseas.
dun, bro. Mas magaling ka pa dun.
Bro.
Yo.
Hindi Banun ako. Kasing galing ko lang siya, mas magaling pa nga si Pio sa akin.
Wag!
Anyways,
Yun.
Kaya tayo na
totoo
pagkakamalang.
di naman sa minamaliit yung Adamson, pero I don't really think na favorites naman sila this coming season. The next season, season 86. I'm not sure yet, who knows, pero I admire his loyalty to Adamson. I mean, obviously he's the clear-cut number one player there. Pero if you're talking about career, I think you should rather go to, the pro route. Pero it's his decision. Maganda naman pinapakita niya sa UAP. So, we'll see na lang next season.
No, for me naman kasi, well, with Carl, wala na siyang kailangang patunayan for real. Like, for me, last
At least
season,
in
in
the
the
UAP.
UAP, he's the best player last year. Like, iba like best offensive talent, best player, iba siya MVP. If Carlo won the MVP last year over Malik, if lang hindi ko sinasabing deserve ni Carl. If he won it, I wouldn't have questioned it kasi wala, deserve naman ni Carl. Like, he's the best high school recruit ever. Personally, he's the best recruit ever to come out of high school to go into college. Better than Kiefer Ravena. My opinion. Kasi, yung season 84 championship, ma-attribute mo kay Carl. Yung first championship ni Kiefer, ma-argue mo na dahil malakas pa rin talaga yung Ateneo no season na yun.
Fair.
Kasi sabay yung papasok ni Kiefer tsaka ni Greg sa 4-peat championship yun eh. So, masasabi mong, I'm not saying that Kiefer did not play a big role in that 4th championship. But, alam mong, Carl is the biggest reason kung bakit nag-champion yung UP or magaling yung program nila season 84. So, if it's just going to help him develop more as a player, it's good for us nga. Kasi for sure si Carl national team naman ang endgame niyan eh. Gagaling pa siya. Like he's the best, he's like the right size for his position. For 3 or 4, he will be good. Kay Jerome naman, like Laij said, I really admire the loyalty. Kasi sinabi niya hindi masusuklian ng kahit anong pera yung naibigay sa kanya ng Adamson. But, dun sa part na contender sila, I think they're much more of a contender than people realize kasi walang nawala sa kanila. Like, si Lastimosa lang, if I'm not mistaken, please do not quote me on this. If I'm not mistaken, si Lastimosa lang dapat yung may senior eligibility questionable.
I think
The
they're
rest
captain
intact.
also. Like yung isa pang captain last year.
Oo.
Yung
Pero
whatever.
basta si Manzano,
Ilang
dun pa rin.
si Jerome Lastimo?
Ano?
Ilang taon na yun si Jerome?
I don't know. But, the biggest mystery in terms of players is playing for Adam this season. Eli Ramos is playing next season, 86, for them. Dwight's younger brother. So, we'll see how that works out for them. And, ayun lang. Exciting.
Exciting
For
times.
both Carl and Jerome. Exciting. Shams, what about you?
Ayun, nasabi ni lahat ng dapat kailangan masabi. Ganun din naman. Pero, gusto ko lang i-point out, kung ka-age natin tong mga to, like personally, I feel like shit, bro. Like, I feel like shit. Like, one guy signed the contract 3 years, 45 million. The other guy has offers to make like, still millions, but probably not close to that. Me, I'm 21 stuck in school doing nothing, bro. Like,
lang yan, Sams.
so yun lang.
Reklamo ka, paano pa naman kami, Sams?
Bro, I think
Ikaw pa
si
yung
Byron,
nag-start ng magreklamo, Sams eh. Ikaw yung may nag-bright future here, bro. Come on, man.
si Byron ata yung nagsabi nung isang episode na ayaw daw niya nanonood ng college basketball ng US kasi sabi niya, mas bata mas bata mga to sa akin eh. Ang hirap panoorin. Ako,
Oh.
ganto na ako. Sila, ang gagaling na nila.
Sila na-drop na sa NBA. Tayo, nandito pa rin.
Oh.
Gusto ko lang din i-point out yung isa pa sa mga major decisions na nakalimutan natin. Matthew Daves forgoing his last playing season, bro. Hey, why you laughing, bro?
Yeah, actually, siya yung last member nung season 81 team. Like that era of Blue Eagles, siya yung last standing.
I would like to take this moment to say thank you, Matthew Daves, for your service. Idol kita, promise. You will forever be my personal UAAP GOAT, no matter what everybody says. I appreciate you. Good luck sa current future career.
Likewise.
Get out there.
Matt, what about anything to say?
Akin lang. Siguro, good decision for Carl. Like y'all said. Kasi nga, wala naman siyang kailangang patunayan. Pero I feel like it's dangerous for Jerome to still enter this year. Just because, di ba, akala nga natin hindi na siya makakalaro. Di ba? Parang yung
That's
injury niya,
very true.
yung injury niya napakalala. Nakala natin hindi na siya maglalaro. So like, okay, knock on wood, may ganun type na nangyari sa kanya this coming year, what happens to the contract, man? Diba? Parang medyo delikado siya, but I feel like he's betting on himself. I mean, you're your best investment ka na naman, diba? So, if it does play out well nang hindi siya na-injure, edi, ano na yan? Matik na yan.
It's a good thing.
Diba?
It's a good thing.
Matik na yan. So, ayun. Good luck to both of them, man.
High risk, high reward.
Oh, high risk, high reward yan. Good luck to them.
And, okay, siguro since we're on the topic na din, medyo discussion point na siya before, but I think it's more prominent now kasi yun nga, two of the best college players who have played UAP have lucrative offers.
Oh, lucrative.
Yeah. Lucrative offers to play abroad. And it's a question, again, on the PBA. Like, how are they gonna deal with it? Oh yeah, personally, I think it isn't a question of, like, I don't want to talk about what happens in the PBA kasi what we see versus what alleged happens. I don't want to talk about it. But
Teka, naglalag si Pio.
the mo
Ayan, sorry. Ayan.
Hello.
Hello.
Babalik daw si Laij.
Si Pio yung naglag pero si Laij yung nawala.
Sorry. Pero yun nga, kasi I don't wanna get into what like happens in the PBA, but okay for me personally, kasi I thought about it, di ba si Troy Rosario, di ba na-offer siya mag-play abroad?
Mhm.
Tapos sinabi niya, hindi daw niya kayang iwanan yung pamilya niya.
Yeah. Sige lang, Pio.
Di ba? So, for me, I don't think it, kasi, if magaling ako plus matangkad, it's a question of, syempre, I wouldn't want to play anywhere else but here.
Uy,
Kasi,
pwede.
no hate to the KBL. Well, hindi. To the B-League. Kasi ngayon lang naman nauso yung may pumupunta sa KBL na Asian import. Pero guys, no offense. The local talent in the B-League is not as good as the local talent here in the Philippines. Kaya nga hindi din nag-pan out yung Asian import sa PBA. Kasi honestly, the only two countries I see better than us as individual players is probably China or Korea. In Asia, not counting Australia and New Zealand.
Hey, yung what's yung team ni Hadadi?
Saudi.
Basta yung
Iran?
yung Iran yun.
Iran, sorry.
Wow, Pio. Wow, man.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
Hindi, honest mistake.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. But yeah, like on a local level, really one of the best leagues in Asia. But when it comes to money, pre, tangina wala talagang masasabi dun sa perang na ibibigay ng abroad, bro.
For
Like,
real.
it's such a big gap. Na you really, like exactly what Laij said. If players have the opportunity to get the bag, get the bag. Like, sa daming systemic problems in the PBA, money, I think, is probably the hardest one for them to solve. Like, how to get more money per team. Because I don't think even big teams like MVP, San Miguel, MVP, SMT teams, I don't know if they can pay as much as the the abroad teams.
Illegal.
That's just my two
Illegal na nga.
cents.
Ay.
That's just my 2 cents. But because alam ko, ikaw lang nanonood ng PBA sa atin aside from me. Like, keeps up with it.
What do you mean? What's the question? Sorry, sabog ako.
Like, yung losing high talent players from college to the PBA.
What should they do about it?
Parang, what's your thought on it? Kasi for me, it's money. Like, the bags really are different, bro. Weight, size,
For sure.
capacity.
Sa Pilipinas, kumbaga parang Jansport yung backpack natin. Sa kunwari sa Korea,
Herschel,
Yeah,
ganun.
he got that go yard, bro. He got that go yard bag, bro. And then that's the NBA. Mga tama yung sinabi ni Matt. Baka mga Herschel dun sa Korea,
Yeah.
Japan. Pero syempre, given na yung salary. Pero kung ako naman din, meron akong pangarap, like if I'm the stature of Carl Tamayo and stuff like that, I know I'm representing my country. I owe it to myself and my country to be the best possible player ever. Like I can. Parang player development there sa ibang bansa is on another level din because of the
Yeah.
simple fact na mas magaling yung competition, like you said, di ba? Sa PBA ngayon, parang alam naman natin walang parity sa PBA. Like, all due respect sa Hinebra at sa lahat ng Hinebra fans. Tangina pa ulit-ulit na lang Kung di Hinebra, San Miguel. Kung di San Miguel, Magnolia. Hindi Magnolia,
Context.
Talk and Text. It's like, apat lang When was the last time an independent team won a championship in the PBA? It was like
2016 rain or shine.
2016
Commercial.
Rainer Shine, si Ivan Johnson pa yung doon. Si Evan Johnson yung import, if I'm not mistaken. Ivan Johnson yung import ng Talk and Text, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Like, ito kaya magaling yung talent ng competition level in other countries. They're allowed multiple imports. Case in point, sa B-League, if I'm not mistaken, pwede sila meron tinatawag na Western import. If hindi yun tama, I'm sorry. Pero meron din silang Asian import. World import ang tawag. World import. If I'm not again, I'm not familiar with the terms 100%. May world import sa Asian import. And I believe multiple ang pwede in the B-League. Multiple world. Basta, sa PBA, sa Gov and Commissioner's Cup, you're only allowed one. Kaya, nagtataka kayo kung bakit. Well, the imports are really good. Pero din kasi, ibang level. Sobrang ibang level yung competition for imports and locals.
Saka mas maraming teams, bro. Mas
Yeah.
maraming teams. Kumbaga, paano hindi, like, again, if I was a player, kunwari, kahit hindi kasing star player ni Carl Tamayo, what's the likelihood of me going to the PBA when there's only, how many teams? Like 10 teams?
Hindi naman.
Hindi, joke lang.
14 ba?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Let's say pinakamarami na yung 15 teams. If there's less than 15 teams, tapos every year may papasok sa draft, what's the likelihood of me, like, if I'm an average player going
Yeah.
So maghanap talaga ng ibang avenues yung mga talent, 'di ba? That's why I will stick by what I said, na I believe PBA needs more teams. Yun lang yung sagot doon You create
agree.
more teams.
I agree. Kasi, I think we discussed this before the final. And to end it na lang. Ilang schools yung Pilipinas meron? May UAAP, may NCAA. Marami pang ibang leagues dyan, guys, kung hindi nyo alam. May si Safi, may, ano ba? other leagues for college. Lahat ng teams na naglaro in those leagues, lahat sila may Team B. And lahat ng Team B na yun, may players na naglalaro sa kanilang mga Team B leagues. So, and the one pro, like real pro, no offense to the MPBL and PSL na semi-pro Enfield Basket na, you look at it as semi-pro, but yun nga, Asia's first pay-for-play league, around yun nga, less than 20 teams. It's, parang, wala, like, ang daming players na pumupunta sa ibang leagues, not just, not just abroad, marami players like MPBL that aren't given the same attention just because they don't play in the PBA. So, wala lang, more teams. But, mahirapan talaga sila doon kung, kulang arena. Marami problema. Too many for us to discuss. So, we'll move on now. Ito siguro yung pinakamainit na topic ngayon in basketball. Recently, it's the NBA, the NBA in general. We glossed it over the last episode about how yung the MVP race is like as high as it's ever been or as intense. Kasi Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, even Jason Tatum, they're all proving why they have a case. Honestly speaking, ako mismo lang, no one is above those three. They're playing on a different level and no one is above each other. It's probably one of the hardest voting. Kasi lahat sila health unless there's a really catastrophic injury. So, Matt, ikaw muna. What can you say about MVP race?
Yun nga, like you said.
Who's your pick?
Oh, my pick right now? Right now, after our first predictions. But right now, it's gotta be Jokic. Right now. For me. I feel like he carries the team too much. When I look at it, I feel like it's the most valuable player of the team. It's Jason Tatum can make a case, right, of being a valuable player. Of course, he is. You can't get it wrong. Alam mo naman, he averages a lot of production, whatever it may be, on the team. But you have to look at everything that comes with it. The Boston Celtics have the right roster, and for him to perform that well, and for their team to perform that well. Luka, he's fifth in the East. I know we can
West.
consider West. I know we can consider na mag-isa lang siya or something, and he's got the team there. But Jokic and the Denver Nuggets are number one. And when you're talking about value, I feel like if Denver did not have, I mean, same goes with every other team of these players. Pero if Denver did not have Jokic, they're not gonna be that high, man. I mean,
Agree.
Dallas isn't already high, and if they didn't have Luka, which is probably expected of them naman na kasi hindi naman sila ganun kataas sa standings, pababa pa sila lalo. Boston has so many talents there that I feel like Jaylen Brown can hold his own. They may not be the number one seed, pero him and the other people there on the team can hold their own when it comes to talent-wise. So I feel like most valuable player to a team has to be Nikola Jokic.
Alright. Laij. Okay ka na ba, Laij?
Sige. Ang ba yung audio?
Hindi.
Pero ba to?
Hindi.
Hindi.
Para sa'yo, Matt. Then, sige lang, sige. I-gulat ka lang. Wait lang.
Sam, ikaw na muna kaya mauna.
Yeah.
Ay, sige. Never.
Sige. Ako na. Unpopular opinion, pero right now. My MVP, my MVP is Slim Reaper. KD. Because like, I think I saw the Nets are, prior to his injury, ilang game winning streak? 13?
A lot.
I think I think so. I think a lot.
Yeah, a lot. So, and that's because of him. And if I'm not mistaken, ang average nila roughly 31, 8, and 4. I mean, Kyrie's producing. Pero sa tingin ko, mas lalakas yung case ni KD for MVP once makita natin yung performance ng Brooklyn Nets in the next few weeks. Kasi he's out for at least 1 month daw. Pero for me, I mean, knowing how Brooklyn Nets is, hanggang ngayon plagued pa rin by Ben Simmons injuries. Ben Simmons mental injuries, that boy won't shoot. So, wala talaga. I mean,
Yeah.
KD lang talaga. I mean, right now, Brooklyn Nets is KD and Royce O'Neal's team, bro. Like, Kyrie nandun. KD and Royce O'Neal, bro. Like, respect.
Utah. Pwedeng Utah. Utah Watanabe.
Sabi, yun. Isa pa yun. Ano yun?
Kailangan Utah. Just
I mean,
food.
ano?
Teka lang.
May MIP. Si Utah.
Hello?
Yo,
Ayun.
live!
Inang yan. Nakahanap ako ng earphones.
Galing.
Yung phone na lang yung ginamit. Naka-type-C kasi yung ano ko.
Sheesh!
Short
Sorry,
guys.
iPad.
sorry, di kami makarelate eh.
Yung
Sorry,
iPad mong
Hindi,
500 plus
Hindi,
gig.
gagi. Ginamit ko na nga lang yung phone ko eh.
Ano yung phone mo, bro?
So, ano yung phone mo,
iPhone
Laij? Ano
14
yung phone
Pro
mo,
Max.
Laij?
Ano,
iPhone
512.
7.
Ulul! Anyway,
iPhone 7 nga.
ikaw, Laij, what's your... This is such a Laij thing, bro. But okay, pa muna.
Go na, Pio.
I think it was Laij who said in the last episode that the NBA MVP is the most inconsistent award ever in
Right.
terms of how it's awarded, right? Um, I'm gonna agree with what Brad said. If the Denver Nuggets finish number one in the NBA or at least number one in the West, I'm gonna have to give Jokic his third MVP.
Mhm.
Bro, that guy is really on a different level.
You have to know, what about recency bias, bro?
Hindi na siya recency bias eh.
It's not recency bias. Talagang
Talagang ano na eh. Talagang iba yung performance
talagang
na rin eh.
kino-consider talaga siya. Like, I don't think you mean voters fatigue, bro.
Hindi rin.
Or
Parang, alam mo,
What are we talking about?
ito lang,
MVP.
MVP.
Ito kasi, alam mo, Pio, parang ito yung,
What's
Sam,
this?
ito yung time na,
Ano ba
na
yung-
parang I'm gonna
Okay.
look at someone as a third straight MVP nang hindi ako
Ano
magdadoubt
yung
na
choice ni
posibleng siya.
Sams?
Ano?
KD.
KD.
KD?
Oh. Hindi. Kasi like I said, I agree with what you said in the last episode na the NBA MVP is the most inconsistently given award
Mm-mm.
in the history of sports. Pero sinabi ko, if the Nuggets finished at least number one in the West, moreover, number one in the whole NBA, Jokic deserves that third MVP. Me, personal opinion. Ibang klase talaga yung buhat niya. Sorry to all the Luka fans. I am a
Kung
Luka
ganito
fan.
pa rin you're saying kung ganito pa rin yung production niya. So like, what's that?
Oh,
30, was that 30, 11, and 9?
Pre, isipin mo, Russell Westbrook, no offense, not to bring it back to Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook
Matt gonna get
averaged
hurt, bro.
Russell Westbrook averaged what I think was 3 seasons as a 3-season triple-double, di ba?
Tatlo.
Averaged triple-double for 3 seasons. He wasn't number one in the league or number one in his conference when he did that.
Number 6 ba siya?
I think
Una?
number
Six.
6. 6. Hindi siya winning record. If tama yung pagkaalam ko sa stats and how I see it, if Nikola Jokic continues production, I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up averaging close to a triple-double. So, and he's finishing number one in the conference. I'm saying, no offense to the Luka fans, no offense to the Tatum fans, and the Celtics fans for that matter. Pero, man, iba talaga. Even with Jamal back, Jokic is playing on a different level.
Si Highland na nga yung parang naging number 2 eh. Hindi si
Oh.
Jamal eh. No?
Yun, Edge. Ikaw.
As much sa totoo lang, I want Jokic to win rin. Kasi I want him to break that voter fatigue mentality. And I want him to win 3 straight rin, sa totoo lang. Pero Luka pa rin talaga boto ko eh. It's because of the narrative talaga. Di ba? Even
Yeah.
before the season started, everyone predicted Luka to win the
An
MVP.
MVP.
And recently, he just had the first ever 60-20 the 10 game in this Reef NBA. That kind of
Yeah.
like sparked the fire of the narrative of him being the front runner of the MVP. And just because of that, and the fact na we're just halfway through the NBA season, parang feeling ko may gut feeling lang talaga ako na binibigay na nila kay Luka. And yung sinabi nga ni Pio, it's yung this MVP race, it's been as close as it ever was. Tatum deserves it, Jokic deserves it. Giannis nga rin you could say he deserves it as well.
Giannis is
But
missing games though.
honestly, yeah, okay. That's fair. Pero honestly talaga, I just have a gut feeling that Luka's gonna win it.
Ito,
For me lang, parang binibigay
if
na nila.
if Luka does not have a winning record, pang fifth seed pababa. Tapos nakuha
Walang
niya
winning
MVP
record,
niya.
he's not gonna be an MVP. Pero
Yeah. No, but if he gets it, I'll be, Rob Jokic.
if
Me,
you wait, ano ba, Luka
Hindi.
or Jokic?
If Luka doesn't finish with a winning record, tapos
Tapos
nag-MVP pa rin siya. Parang si Westbrook.
basically parang
He got
he's gonna be the
Jokic
first ever MVP na with a
losing
losing
record.
season.
Oh. If ganun yung mangyari kay Luka, feel ko din niya deserve.
Same. Kasi
Even
di
the
naman
winning
siya,
record.
he's not
Oh.
having a triple-double season naman eh.
Oh, hindi, tsaka
He's not, di ba?
lang siya. Yeah, like, no.
At least sa Westbrook, nakapag triple-double season siya.
Yeah.
Tapos nakapag-playoffs pa sila.
Yeah. Like, winning record in a sense na, yun, may advantage sila, home court advantage.
Mm.
Yun, so, kasi, ewan ko lang, not that hindi magaling si Christian Wood, sobrang galing niya compared to, he's the best big Lucas played with, I think. Pero, hindi talaga,
Dwight Powell. Next to Dwight Powell, bro.
hindi effective yung, hindi effective talaga yung ibang teammates ni Luka, pre. Sina Bullock, sina Hardaway.
Sila lang
I don't think
Si
Luka
Spencer
needs
lang
a
tsaka si
second
Wood.
star eh. I don't think Luka needs a second star. He needs like role players talaga.
Feel ko kailangan niya ng AI type team na parang depend sa lahat. Kailangan niya ng defenders, pre.
Kasi at least si LeBron, proven eh. Kailangan niya ng star eh. Second star eh. Itong si Luka, I thought Kristaps was a worthy second star. Pero he kinda looked like a role player beside Luka.
Yeah.
Pero you can't deny rin the fact na kung wala si Luka sa Mavs, Mavs isn't a playoff team. I could actually say na Denver is a playoff team. Even though yun nga, number 1 seed sila. Pero
Well,
I still think,
you think Denver's a playoff team without Jokic? Ako hindi.
yeah,
I don't.
Ako
I
hindi.
do. I do. Kasi sa totoo lang, underrated na coach si Mike Malone para sa akin.
No, I'm not
They have a
saying
good
it
system.
on a coaching level. But talent-wise,
Yeah, I feel like coaching is really not that much enough.
Pero
yeah.
I
The
mean,
NBA, unlike UAP.
yeah. Pero yung point ko lang kasi is, alisin niyo si Luka sa Mavs, then alisin niyo si Jokic sa Denver. It's clear na mas maganda yung
Okay, yeah. I'll agree to
team
that.
ng Denver.
I'll agree.
Pero ayun nga, like I said, number 1 seed ng Denver. So, given na talaga yun. So, ayun, it's all gonna come down to voter fatigue talaga. And the narrative na, ayun nga, even before the season started, everyone was betting na Luka was gonna win, this season's MVP. So, yun lang.
I'll say, since Laij talked about Luka's 60-point game, I think, shoutout nga pala sa isang friend ko kay Jerome. Siya yung nag-bring up ng topic na to sa akin. Tapos sinabi ko, I'll bring it up to the podcast kasi hindi ko alam paano siya sagutin. So, I think kung ilang days man yun na may nagda-drop ng at least 40-point
Yeah.
games. Di ba may 40, may 50, 60. Donovan Mitchell
During the
scored
time rin
71.
na nag-50, 60 points Luka.
Oo, di ba? May
Yeah.
time na maraming NBA players yung nag-score ng at least 40 points. And tinanong niya sa akin, what should NBA defenses do to stop that? Kasi if it were players that, if example, yung 40, hindi ko alam kung ano yung streak ni Kobe or ni Harden, yung 40-50 points ba? If it was one player, magigets ko. Pero it's multiple players, multiple different teams, and during that stretch. So, let's be, like, the way I see it, the NBA, like, on an offensive level, it's the best it's ever been, personally.
Mhm.
So, what do you think what defensive adjustments do you think people can do to stop having scoring outbursts like that? Especially since maraming scoring outbursts ang nagre-rely sa fouls. Hindi naman marami, but a good part of the points. Siguro like 50, siguro may 11 dun na free throws. Respectfully.
Double teaming.
Inang double team.
No, for real. I feel like in terms of scoring outbursts, there's one particular player that will most likely do that in any team or any high tier team. And more likely than not, yung team na yun, either may second star na medyo or talagang solid. Pero hindi ka naman Pero hindi ka naman kasi magsa-scoring outburst na madalas kung may second star ka kasi may second star ka nga, di ba?
Yeah.
So dun sa paraan na yun, I feel like you really just have, pag maraming stars yung kalaban, you just really have to have a lot of defensive weapons. Pero kung yung mga, in case of like Luka, I feel like double teaming and trusting that his teammates will miss would be the best defensive option for it. I don't see any other way unless, of course, syempre may sabihin kayo. So, ayun.
Ako may sagot ako dyan.
Panis.
Especially sa style of play sa NBA.
Oo.
That would be full court press.
Full court ba?
Kasi sa totoo lang, walang nagpo-full court press sa NBA. And sinabi to ng isang coach namin, si Coach Umermat. Sabi daw, yung play style daw sa US, mga American players daw, taranta daw sila sa full court press. And actually nakita ko kasi Toronto Raptors, sila kasi madalas yung nag-full court press eh. Pero rarely lang. And honestly, kitang-kita ko, parang effective Kasi during that time pa na to nung nandun si Kawhi. And obviously, di ba, nung si Kawhi nag-champion sila, nag-full court press sila nun eh. Honestly, kasi parang for me, nabe-break yung rhythm ng offense nila. Kasi obviously, yung offense, they have to cross mid-court pa. And more often times than not, maubusan sila ng shot clock. So, mape-pressure yung
Ganun ginagawa ko sa 2K eh.
Yeah. So, mape-pressure yung offense nila pag, once they cross the half court.
Yeah.
And from there, matataranta na sila. So, let's say for a team like Dallas was Luka, kahit sobrang poised pa niya maglaro, di ba? Sobrang effortless na maglaro.
Yeah.
Papa-pressure pa rin siya. Kasi, isipin mo na lang, I mean, the fact naman kasi hindi nagpo-full court press yung NBA kasi, like, come on now, 82 games in a single year.
I feel like sobra naman ata yun sa kanila.
Pero hypothetically, ginagawa ng, like, one team ginagawa nila yun. I'm pretty sure na mahihirapan sila Luka sa mga ganong defense, full court press.
Yeah.
Tapos full 48 minutes. So, yun lang. Siguro yun yung sagot, full court press.
Lalo na sa NBA na ang offense heavily reliant on sets. As in, lahat ng offense sa NBA, ngayon lahat sila nagsistart high pick and roll or high screen. So, if ang mangyari, ipipress mo yung tapos kailangan pa niyang mag-set up ng set play.
Baka dapat full court press to a zone.
So, mahirap lang talaga.
Ito, full court press to 1-3-1.
Yo, tayo.
A full court press to a zone, like what Miami does na zone, baka maganda yun. Full court press ng Toronto, tapos zone ng Miami.
Full court press tas 1-3-1 zone. Pani, go Cubs.
Or full court press tapos man to man no? Gagi pa, sobrang pagod ka nun.
Ang problema kasi sa man-to-man yun ngayon, sinasabi niya nag-ball screen pa, kaya naisip ko, baka sa zone kaya, mahirapan ka maka-ball screen sa ganun.
I'll say after Sam's answers.
Ayun, agree ako dun sa sinabi ni Laij. Parang interesting na highest level of professional basketball. Tapos sa makikita mong solusyon, makikita mo lang sa kalye. At least dito sa Pilipinas. Diba?
Ang ina.
Street
Hindi, for
knowledge.
real. Diba?
Oo.
Ganun yung laro dito sa Pilipinas 2-3, full court. Parang larong unang depensa na tinuturo sa elementary high school basketball. Stuff
Full
like that.
court press.
Zone,
Tas
2-3 zone.
Full court press,
Wait.
tas 2-3 or 2-1-2.
Gagi, may gusto lang i-add sa sinabi ni Sams. Gagi. Sobrang ganda ng point ni Sams eh. Like, napapansin nyo guys, like, kapag, di ba varsity tayo, Sams, Matt? I mean, sana
Bro,
natin si P.
kayo lang.
Sana natin si P.
Kaya
Kayo lang,
bro.
bro. Kayo lang.
Or sabihin natin tayong dalawa, Matt. Parang, mas napapadali tayo sa, di ba? Like, mga actual practices. Compared sa mga, kunwari, kalaban na mga Cali boys, ganun. Kasi,
actually,
kasi rambulan yung laro sa Cali or sa ligang labas eh. Ganun, di ba?
Mas madali maglaro sa in terms ng pagod, mas madali maglaro sa organized na league
Yeah.
Oo.
compared sa sa outside.
Pero kung tutuusin, skill-wise, mas magagaling yung mga players na naglalaro sa organized league, di ba?
True.
Pero mas mahirap. Pero mas
mahirap
mahirap
siya.
maglaro. Ligang labas or mga rambulan na, or larong Cali, kumbaga.
Yeah, I feel like
So,
I feel like if you play there, mas madali na siya. Mas madali,
Yeah.
more things, mas
Kasi
madali.
may system na eh.
Yung conditioning kasi ng organized basketball is so much different to the conditioning ng real life conditioning, bro.
Yung real life conditioning kasi talagang araw-araw ka lang maglalaro sa araw di ba?
Oo.
Yung
Mga
organized
solar
Solar
boys
boy.
types.
Yeah.
yung mga organized kasi pinagpa-practicean nyo, organized din yung kalaban nyo.
Exactly.
To add to what Laij, actually all of them said about zone defense. Guys, eto lang. Ay, kung napapansin tatlo. Lahat ng offense ngayon sa buong mundo, nagsa-start siya sa high ball screen. Like, wala pa akong nakikita
Most.
point guard na nag-cross ng half court na hindi humihingi ng screen.
Si Laij.
Tapos,
What?
Si Laij dyan, hindi kailangan ng ball screen.
Si Laij baseline pa lang, iwan na yung kalaban eh.
Gagi, pinapasok ko agad yun.
Hindi, pero
Pinapasok ko agad yun eh.
Pero yun, like, wala, like, in this day and age of basketball, lahat sila humingi ng ball screen. Tapos after that, may different sets na sila kung paano. Either ipapass nga nila sa wing, standard pick and roll, or the point guard gets a shot. And para sa akin, it's like, kung imaman to man mo nga, sobrang kawawa naman yung point guard na yun, men. Pero yun mo, papagurin mo siya. Lalo na on an NBA level, ang haba ng court na yun, pre. Tapos pipick upin mo siya full court, ipipress mo siya, tapos pagdating ng screen,
si Luka, pipick upin mo full court.
Beverly lang gumagawa in every game.
Si Luka, pipick upin mo full court, tapos yung mga corners ng half court, double team siya.
Pero yun mo, tapos ito 2-3 mo pa, or, well, sa NBA, or at least, NBA kasi ang uso talaga doon 2-3 eh.
Ayun yung
2-3 na
pinakamahirap i-break eh. Yun yung pinakamahirap na i-break sa
2-3 na
loob.
Pero sa UAAP, pre, alam mo pinaka-common na zone defense?
1-2-2.
Variation ng 1-3-1 zone. Puta, lahat ng team may 1-3-1 zone set defense. Sa atin
Wala,
na
hindi kasi.
Ay, sorry, go Laij.
The 1-3-1
Like,
kasi
kasi
gagaling.
sa UP kasi walang masyadong malalaki sa Like, usually, isa lang yung malalaki. Lahat kasi sa NBA.
Wala kasing kumakat sa likod nun eh pag 1-3-1.
Like, if i-1-3-1 mo yung
NBA.
defense mo sa NBA,
Alley-oop lang yun.
alley-oop lang.
Di mo magagawa dito yun eh. Kaya And to be fair, lahat ng zone pwedeng manggaling sa 1-3-1.
So, yun.
Pag gumalaw ka, pwede maging 2-3, pwede maging 1-2-2. Depende.
The only team na hindi na nagbe-benefit dyan sa sa style of offense na yun, yung pick and roll. Well, first of all, dahil yun sa switch everything, di ba? Going back sa sinabi ni Laij, yung Toronto Raptors. Like recently, nakapanood ako ng game nila. Napaka-weird ng lineup nila, but it makes sense. Yung lahat ng player nila, all 5 on the court, pinakamaliit 6'7", pinakamalaki 6'9". So when you switch everything, it all makes sense. Dude.
Pero yung front court nila, lahat sila power forward. Wala silang natural big.
Yeah. Isa lang yung 7 footer.
Scotty Barnes
Yeah.
nagpo-point guard, di ba? Parang
So, alam ko, isa lang
Si Val-
7-footer ng si
Chris Boucher. Chris
si
Boucher.
Coloco.
Chris-
Si
Hindi,
Chris.
6'9 lang yun.
Christian Coloco.
Yeah, pre,
6'9 lang si Boucher.
yung best five ng Toronto, si Van Vliet. Sino yung shooting guard nila?
Gary Trent.
Gary Trent, tapos si OG, si Scottie Barnes, tapos si Siakam.
Libre mo.
Pre,
Scotty,
So weird.
OG.
Scotty, OG,
Justin
Siakam,
Brownlee.
puta, ina.
Sino?
Justin Brownlee.
Pero legit pre, sobrang
Scotty, OG, Siakam, Coloco, tsaka Boucher. Precious pala, si Achua.
precious.
Achua,
Oh,
tapos si
yeah.
Boucher. Yung pagsama-sama mo na sabay-sabay lahat yun. Puta.
So weird. So
Ibang
weird.
Pre, ewan ko lang. Like, yung switch everything talaga, yung nagpauso niyan. Si ano ba? Si Steve Kerr ba? Si Popovich?
Oh, Warriors yun, bro. Warriors.
Diba, switch everything.
Switch everything.
Sa small ball, di ba?
Warriors.
Si Draymond.
Small ball.
Warriors, ang gagawin nila sa post, ano yun, usually, noon, si HB yung si Harrison Barnes yung magpe-pick up nung role.
Houston did it.
Ang
Houston did it too.
nagpauso ng small ball si Di Anthony.
Yung
Si
switch
Di-
everything kasi, switch everything.
Switch everything ba? Akala ko small ball.
I think yung sa Warriors, ginawa nila switch everything except for yung sa center kasi medyo pangit
Sa
yung center.
Houston nung playoffs no once nung nagsama si Westbrook at saka si Harden. Apektado yung Thunder ko nun eh. Nung kalaban nila Thunder tapos yung lineup nila si Westbrook, si James Harden,
Si Tucker.
Tucker, Covington at saka
Si Gordon.
Hindi si Gordon, si Daniel
Daniel
Capela.
House. Daniel House. Hindi,
Capela.
wala na si Capela nun. Tinrade na si Capela nun. Tapos switch everything sila. Pagdating sa poste, double team with the worst shooter and kung sino man yung nasa poste. Parang ganda ng tactic nila pag pag hindi mobile yung big.
Undermanned lang sila. Dude. Imagine doing that with PJ Tucker as your fucking center, bro. They did PJ Tucker dirty that year.
Pre, eto for me. So, pag nanonood ako ng basketball, mas naaaliw ako manood ng defense versus offense. Like,
It's harder to play defense in the NBA, no?
like in general, in any league. Sobra akong natutuwa pre sa variation ng zone, sa kung paano, yung switches. Tanga na pre, talagang natutuwa ako.
Sa mga naghahanap ng defensive coach dyan, ayun na.
Sa totoo lang, yun yung ina-admire ko kay Coach Tab eh. Totoo lang, yung time na 3-peat days, wala akong pake sa offense nila. Like, every time I watch Ateneo, yung defense yung pinapanood ko eh. Like,
Matt
parang
Nieto,
nakita ko.
Thirdy, Gian Mamuyak, Anchko,
Wala nakakascore
tapos Will
sa kanila.
Navarro.
Di kahit sino. Yung the best defense talaga yung, di ba season 82 yun, yung sa UP.
Si Patrick Magdenberg. Yan.
Yung pang 3-peat natin, di ba? 16-0.
yung pang 16-0, di ba? Yung most,
Yeah.
yung UP team na may Paras, Gomez, Deliano, Richie.
First game. Hindi, 2 games yun.
O kaya nga.
Comeback natin, 20 UP, di ba?
Pre. Alala
Yeah.
ko nun, kung the way Ateneo play defense, pre. Ang ina. Basta nag-commit lang talaga sila dun sa scheme nila, pre. If I'm not mistaken, nag-1-3-1 sila that whole game. Kasi pick and roll offense sila with Bright, di ba?
Oh. Pero yun eh, parang siguro advantage sa kanila yun kasi parang wala masyadong shooter yung UP nun.
Yeah.
Kaya mas madali rin.
Ay, ewan ko, pre. Kasi nakaaliw ako sa defense. Yun lang.
Yun
Ayaw.
lang. I mean, wala naman ako masasabi siguro. Siguro before we end na lang in terms of guests, no, in this podcast, like we said last year, this year we're gonna up the levels a bit on the podcast. It won't be just 4 or 5 of us here with a guest that we know. Hopefully, pagpalain, no, makakuha kami ng guest na medyo big time, no? Para may
mga batchmates namin na walang ginagawa sa buhay. Sorry sa inyo.
So, medyo na kami. Mag-iiba na kami ng route ngayon. Para, well, depende pa rin, of course. Baka may maganda tayong interview dyan. Pero
Hopefully.
May mga inaabangan pa kami eh. Sila Aaron Nugid, mga ganun.
Aaron, good.
Inaabangan pa namin yung mga interview ng ganun. Pero
Akala ko nun Aaron Black eh.
Oo,
Aaron Nugid pala.
akala ko
Hindi, pero-
Oy, no offense kay Nugit, syempre.
hindi masaya. I
Yo,
mean, yung
star player
masasayang
namin
interview
yan.
talaga. Yung masasaya talagang
I
interview.
mean, star player naman natin yan, Matt eh. So,
Number one option siya naman.
big time rin.
Big time din
Big
naman siya.
time.
Pero anyway, yun nga. Aside
Pagalit
from...
si Nugit, kailangan guest host si Kevin dun.
Dapat si Byron. Hindi, si Byron
si
dapat
Byron
yung
lang. Si Byron lang.
Si Byron yung main host.
Si main
Si,
host.
si Byron,
One-on-one lang sila, okay na yun eh.
Hindi, dapat silang tatlo
One
na
on
lang.
one. Hindi one on
Siyempre,
one sila ni Aaron.
si,
One on one sila ni Aaron.
si Byron,
Hindi, silang tatlo na lang.
si
Silang
Byron,
tatlo
si
na
Kev,
lang.
tas si Nugit.
Magsama
Tapos
sila.
panurin na lang.
okay na yun.
Tingnan
Tapos
natin kung
panurin
may
na lang
episode.
natin.
Tingnan natin
Panurin
kung
na
may
lang natin.
episode na mapapakala dun. Si Bay, si Kevin, tsaka si Nugit. Panis.
Ayun.
Ano pa ba?
Basta sila. Ano yun? Sa mga wala kaming pinapromise na guest, no? Pero we wanna make sure that it's gonna be up a level this year.
Stop, Aaron.
Yeah. So Salvador Twins, I'm looking out here, you know. I'm gonna message both of y'all. Kailangan natin ng TikTok presence.
Oh,
Pero ayan, yun lang naman.
Kailangan ba natin ng mga nito? Simulan na lang natin kay Toralba. Di ba?
Hoy!
Good start yun.
That's true though. That's a smart idea. Real.
Ano natin yan? From ano yan?
The GOAT. That's the GOAT.
Toralba. Shout
OG.
out Anton Toralba.
The OG,
That's
man.
the greatest
He's
player
our-
you've never known.
Yeah.
The
yun.
greatest ABL player of all time, bro. Hands down.
He's our big mat nieto sa batch O2.
Yeah.
Big mat nieto namin yan.
What
He's-
could have been? The what could have been? ng ano.
He's your guarantee, bro. He's your favorite player's favorite player.
Yeah.
And
Hindi, pre.
Favorite.
Legit. Ito, yung mga OG dyan, pre. Greatest what if nila yan, si Toralba. Legit. Alam nila
For
yan.
real, bro.
The greatest what if we have.
send the script to Anton. If di pa siya magpunta dito, lalaglag ka namin.
And so
Oh,
that hopefully.
Yeah.
Anything else, guys, before we end?
Oh.
Anything else?
Happy New Year, guys. Stay safe.
Happy
Sa
New
mga
Year.
nag-aaral
New
pa
Year
dyan. Sa mga nag-aaral pa dyan, good luck sa bagong semester.
Yes, sir.
Mga, ano, pre.
good luck to
Regalo
us.
ko, padala nyo na, please.
Mga Gcash.
Mga Gcash ko. DM nyo lang, re-replyin kayo ni Matt.
Yes. Sa akin mapupunta lahat yan. Ayun.
Girlfriend P.
Ayun nga, yung application. Girlfriend
Kamusta ka,
applications
P?
mo.
Taka na, podcast tayo, kamusta mo? Tapos naman
Open
na,
up.
okay
Open
na.
up. Open up. Open up.
End.
Okay. Sige.
And with
Okay.
that,
Sige. It's been fun.
goodbye.
It's been fun, no?
Okay. Bye-bye.
Putang eh. Sira,
Come on.
sira ulo
Come on,
to.
P.
Sira
Let's
ulo
go,
to.
I'm Pio.
Ayan,
Oh.
Mat,
I'm Laij.
Bye-bye.
30-something
Okay.
episode. Hindi
Bye-bye.
na kabilang, sorry. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, everyone.
Tangina.
Play how to get life is much better all away from the rest. That's why